All right, doing a little off-roading on the Himiway Cruiser. Big old fat tires, 26-inch, 750 watt rear hub, front suspension forks, no rear suspension, and we're rocking, people. And I'm just doing a little cruising on a nice little trail here. I'm just trying to see if this bike is really like an off-road machine. If you type in Himiway Cruiser off-road or Himiway off-road, not that much comes up. So I feel like this is a great video for YouTube. I will say a lot of the bounce or the cushion, not the cushion, a lot of the impact that you feel when you ride over stuff is really around the handlebars. You really feel it in the handlebars, but you've got the suspension front forks, so that helps. You don't really feel a lot on the seat. It's kind of cool. So a couple things. One, these tires really help because you're not really feeling it in the seat, and you've got these really cushiony tires, but wouldn't hurt if you're not going to use bike shorts, especially, to get maybe one of those little suspension seat posts. So that's something to consider. And I said this in my unboxing video, probably not the best bike for really aggressive off-road. You know, it doesn't have the strongest, you know, components. They seem a little flimsy, so you think that maybe like the gears might break, or the brakes might, you know, fail you. I don't know. I just don't feel like this bike is really meant for really aggressive off-road. It's not as like durable as, like, you know, some of these other bikes. If you were to like go off a jump, you feel like stuff would rattle on this, you know. Also, if you're gonna go off-road, I would ditch the rack and the fenders. They rattle too much. They're not really durable, kind of flimsy. They're more for, you know, pavement princessing, you know. So I would take those off. I did take them off on this bike, and as opposed to riding it the other day with all that on it, I don't really hear a lot of rattling, which is pretty cool. I mean, you do hear a little bit, but that's just the chain, actually, which could, I guess, be a little tighter. But it's just nice not to hear a lot of rattling, you know. As far as grip goes, these tires are champs. As far as handling terrain, and as far as like handling bumps and, you know, rocks and freaking pine cones and branches, these things are freaking champs. I've ridden the Super 73 a lot with the 20-inch by 4, but these are 26, and man, is it freaking impressive. Love it, loving it. See if I can go over here. Hey there. Nah, I'm not getting up there. That's incredible. All right. So we're gonna just head back, and then there's this other little cool off-road path I'll take you on. Some of you that watch my channel might have seen that I've taken this path for other bikes, but there's only so many paths you can take, you know? But as you can tell with a lot of my bikes that I review, I love doing like an unboxing overview, like a first impressions, a hill testing, terrain testing, and you know, I already said hill testing, yeah, and speed testing. So, hey there. So that's kind of what I'm going to be doing with this bike in the coming days. Again, that's just the chain rattling. And I'm still kind of undecided if I'm going to keep it or not. If you saw my earlier video, you know that I got, I was asked to do a video by bicycle-guiders.com, which I believe is affiliated with ebicycles.com, and they have a YouTube channel. And I was asked to do a review of this bike, so they had Himiway send it to me, and then I get to keep it. So, like, really? Like, my God, is that freaking impressive and awesome. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with the bike. I mean, so far, when it had the what do you call it, the fenders and the rear rack, I was like, man, I just don't like the look of this bike at all. But now that I've taken all that off, it's a pretty freaking cool looking bike, and it's like, it's a beast, you know? And this motor is pretty impressive. So, I don't know. So far, so good. So yeah, I don't know if I'll keep it or not. But I'm definitely gonna do a lot of reviews on it, because I know that this is a really popular bike. A lot of people like it because it's got off-road capability. It's beefy and strong. And it's got some front forks. It's got Shimano. It's got Tektris Aries rear, or braking system. So it's got some good name components, even though they're on the low end. But and it's also got really good price tag at $1,500, $1,499. I mean, I dare you to find a bike like this for less than $1,500 that's really going to compare. You're just not, So I think they kind of cornered the market on inexpensive, nice, dual-purpose bikes, So if you bear with me for a few more minutes here, we're going to take another really cool trail. So for some reason, when this bike came, the brake pads, the mechanical disc brake pads were really stuck together, really tight. And I could barely get like a piece of paper between it, let alone the brake, caliper. The 180 millimeter brake caliper. I couldn't get that through there. So I had to really loosen the cable to get it through there. And now the front brakes are pretty much not really working. They're working a little bit, but not much, So I'm pretty much riding with the rear brake, which isn't so bad because it's really good, but it would sure be nice to be able to figure out how to get that working. And every time I tighten the cable just a little bit, to get it to actually engage the brake, it grinds really, really, really bad. So it's just too tight. I don't know what happened there. That's kind of unfortunate. So I'm going 26.9 miles an hour right now. I'm going 30.7. So yeah, this thing, it definitely hauls butt for 750 watt, And what's crazy, if you look up torque, the Super 73, for example, which is a freaking beast machine, motorbike style, has 35 Newton meters of torque. Just for reference, like the Suron has like 500 Newton meters of torque, but this thing has 80. So it has like 3 times the torque of a Super 73. So I don't know. It's really good at like pulling you through different stuff, and up hills and stuff. And you don't even really need to use the pedals, All right, we're doing one of these here. This is aggressive, people. All right. Oh, I did it. Okay. Yeah, I think I might need to tighten the brakes a little bit. Or not the brakes, the chain. Not a huge fan of the rattling, Hey there. But boy, is she a smooth machine, people. Are you seeing this? Just eating up this dirt like it doesn't exist. And my butt feels fine, Coming through. Thank you. I could have used the bell. Isn't that something? Why didn't I use the frickin' bell? How cool is the bell, people? See, that lady saw me, heard me coming, because I used the frickin' bell. Thank you. Unbelievable. So there's no question. I don't need to make a separate video about it. The best bell on the market. Himiway Cruiser, no question. Integrated into the front brake handle, and metal, and just freaking awesome sounding. So the best bell on the market, bar none. Nothing else is coming close, people. So I don't know if you're buying a bike for the bell, but if you were, you would definitely buy this bike, no question. Let's see what we can do here. Coming through. Coming through. All right. Look at this, people. Oh my God, we got a lot of freaking BMXers. Look at all this. Do a little jump in here and whatnot. Wow, this is the most I've ever seen down here. Do a little BMX for you. Look at this. A little berm action. Whoa, whoa. A little whoop-de-doos here. Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys seeing that? Oh my God, that was amazing. For me, that was freaking impressive, people. I'm impressed with myself. Wow. Yeah, this thing's pulling me through like nothing, like butter. All right, there's some really awesome trails coming up here. And I couldn't get up it on my Super 73. I clearly could not get up it on my Swagtron. And I got up it on my mid-drive, but I'm gonna see if I can get up it on this thing. I'm probably gonna have to pedal a little bit. But really freaking cool trails. And I haven't been up there in a while because I couldn't get up there. So I'm gonna see if I can do it. I actually tried to get up it with the Onyx RCR. And believe it or not, I couldn't get up it on that. That thing doesn't have a lot of torque. It's got a lot of high-end speed. So thank you. Very nice people. All right, people, we're gonna give this a go. We're gonna send it, as they say. Thank you. All right, people, we're sending it. Probably gonna have to pedal a little bit. I'm optimistic. Give it a little more. Cool thing about this bike is when you shift up in mode, you know, pedal assist mode, it like lurches forward. So each different increment of the pedal assist is really powerful, you know? It just takes you to another level. Now we're in 5. Let's see what we can do. Come on, man, let's do this. Can we do this? All right, probably have to downshift a little bit. There we go. Second gear. Come on. We have to be able to do this. Okay, I couldn't even get this far on my Super 73. Couldn't get this far on my Onyx, believe it or not. Maybe the battery was dying on the Onyx. But we're doing it on this. Look at this. I'm not killing myself. I am pedaling. I'm not killing myself. That's something. Look at that, people. Wow. Impressive. Now we're gonna try to get a little speed. See if we can get up this thing with some momentum. See, I never would have expected this out of the Himiway. That I'm getting to these trails, you know? This is pretty impressive, people. I don't know if you can appreciate that. We're going places the Super 73R cannot go. And this bike is $1,500 and the Super 73R is like $2,750. Almost twice as much, you know? That ain't crazy. See, now if I go down there, I'm probably screwed. So let's see if we can go this way. Can't believe we did this. But I just want to be careful that I don't get screwed and go too far down and can't come back, you know? This looks doable. This totally looks doable. Can I get over there? How do I get over there? Huh. I think I just took myself right back to where I started. Not really what I was looking for. I'll make a little U-ey. I'm gonna bang a U-ey, as they call it. All right. So I love that this thing has gears. So you put her in pedal assist 5, and you gear down to 1 or 2, and you can make it up stuff, you know? And then you just freaking coast. Huh. I just had like a big epiphany of 2 places that I like to ride connect. Oh boy, that's interesting. Isn't that something? I didn't know that. Very interesting. All right. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to connect the 2 myself, but they connect. Can I? No. Huh. Very interesting. Do they connect, or am I just thinking they connect? How do they get there? I don't know. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's a perfect example of this bike. I just got on it with, put my leg over it with the throttle engaged, and the thing freaking took off. And like, you know, it was like I had to jump on it like a horse. So I really like that about this bike. All right, so I'm gonna say it. Take the freaking rack and the what do you call it? The fenders off. This is an off-road bike. It really is. I'm saying it, you know? I mean, I know it's, a lot of people are like hesitant to say that, and they're like, oh, it's got some off-road capabilities, but it's really like a cruiser. Well, I don't know why they call it a cruiser. I feel like it kind of does themselves a disservice. This bike, yeah, you could cruise on it, but are you really gonna buy a 26-inch fat tire, you know, off-road tire e-bike with front suspension to just like, you know, commute to work? Probably not. So I feel like this isn't really a cruiser. It's more of like a dual sport, you know? That's what I would call this bike, a dual sport. Man, is she fun. Gotta tell you, people. A lot of fun. Really digging it. Now, they tell you to put the tires at 20, but you can like push the tires in, you know, when they're at 20. So I feel like that's for more like off-road. I feel like you could probably go to 30 and get even more speed on the road. But for off-road like I'm doing right now, that makes a lot of sense, you know, 20. So yeah, so she is an off-road machine. Like, there's no question. There's no way you wouldn't say this is an off-road machine. And I gotta say, the mid-drive 750 watt mid-drive that I have, excuse me, thank you, it's more bouncy. I mean, not more bouncy, it's more rigid on your butt than this thing. It's got front suspension also, but no rear. And I think, you know, it's got really narrow tires. I put like road tires on it. But this thing, you know, with these tires, damn. I said it before and I'll say it again. It's like having pontoons beneath you. Like literally, pontoons. You know, and that's pretty cool. Think about riding with pontoons. Like right now, this is really bumpy. And I'm not really feeling it. You know? How cool is that? Very high on the Himiway. I feel like they put together a really nice bike for not very much. You know, I got like an e-bike 4 years ago, and it was like $3,000. That same e-bike today is probably still $3,000. Like, they haven't really come down in price much. To get a bike like this for only $1,500, I mean, you're rocking. You know, like damn, it's impressive. It's very impressive. This is a frisbee golf course, and I'm just hoping that, you know, frisbee don't come just like flying at my head or something. You know what I mean? I don't know if it's dead end. I think it's dead end. Yeah, I think it's dead end. So you don't want like, you know, a random frisbee just coming flying at your head. That isn't good. Oh yeah, see, it just takes off, people. Can I go this way? Where does this take me? I don't really know where we're going. This is uncharted territory, people. was just gonna say that I don't think any human being's ever been here before, but I think that's wrong. I see human beings. It's uncharted for me. See, look, I'm just going over these huge rocks, and it's just like nothing. It's not a big deal at all. Really freaking impressive. And for those of you that don't know, like, I'll tell you if I think something sucks. So it's not just that I got this free. I just think it's a pretty cool bike, you know? I'll be happy to tell you if it sucks. So anyway, that's the off-road test. Hope you enjoyed. More tests coming up. One's gonna be a hill test, where I take it on various hills. I'm gonna do a terrain test, where I take it in sand, dirt, gravel, grass, mulch, and even if I can find some water. So that'll be coming up. And then, you know, probably, I'll test each mode, and then I'll do like a, range test. So stay tuned, more to come. God bless, peace out.